The most awkward thing ever.
I don't even know if the mic is going to pick that up. I
can't cut it now because I want to know if it does. So I think we're just rolling with it.
It's going to make a lot more sense if the mic does end up picking that one really weird noise that happened.
Welcome, Seeker, to the Sword of Truth podcast, a chapter-by-chapter reread of the Sword of Truth series with craft beer on the side.
No!
I'm Nate.
No!
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
I forgot the thing.
Sir.
You know, in the back of my head, I wanted to skip it because it's bad. With a fermenting pool of craft beer on the side.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Bug-filled and all. I am Nate.
And I'm Jade, and today we are exploring Chapter 35 of Temple of the Winds.
And we are also joined by Aaron. What's up?
Oh, not much.
We just saw each other for the first time.
What's up with you? No, I just kind of... I realized, we were just like, hey, quick chapter. So, you couldn't change the notes to actually say, I'm Nate, I'm Jade, and I'm Aaron, just to make sure we got that in there. So I was like, well, I think we can all agree it'll just make sense. I'll just say, and I'm Aaron, right after Jade says, I'm Jade.
Yeah.
And then, apparently, one of us was on a different racetrack than the other.
Yeah. So, but we're here. We made it to, the
new year. A new year. It's a new day.
It's a new year.
Ooh.
New year, new day. It's a new day. Is that a song? That's a song. New day is a song.
Well, the new day rocks.
Yes. Anyways, sorry that we've been gone for a while. We were gone for rest and relaxation and holidays, which was not actually any of those things.
Yeah, rest, relaxation, and then recovery being the big one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't rest or relax, but I did recover from a hangover or two. That's for sure. Also, my father has been having a little bit of a health issue recently, so that has thrown a little bit of a kink into some things for us. But we are back now and ready to get this going and continue on with all of you doing our thing. And we hope you all had a Happy New Year. Also that.
Hope you had the fake, what is it? The fake wine, the St. Julian.
Yes.
We found a St. Julian treat over the New Year. We found a peanut butter and jelly wine.
Yeah.
And we'll do a beer break on it because you guys, it is the best thing I have ever tasted in my whole life.
Well, it's not like you guys drink the whole bottle in one day. Just go get it. We can do it right now.
We drank two bottles in 2 separate days.
That's not the first bottle.
No, that was not the first bottle.
All right. Well, let's get into the timeline for Chapter 35 of Temple of the Winds. Dramatic music here.
Dun, 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 dun.
That was like Sports Center music. Weird.
We're going to check in with Aaron and see what Kahlan's been up to. Aaron, what are the conditions on the field?
Well, Nate, conditions on the field look like everyone really wants to actually get this episode started. So, that's what it looks like. Back to you.
All right. Thank you, Aaron. Well, Kahlan pictures a mental map of the keep as she makes her way down to Kolo's room. Richard had taken there a different way through shields that she couldn't get through by herself, but she's confident that there's got to be another way.
Gotta be another way.
Yeah, because this part of the keep, she mentioned she's only been here once before.
Right.
To Kolo.
To Kolo, yeah.
Right.
And that was through the twisty-twindy shieldless way that Richard knew.
No, they went through a whole bunch of dangerous shield. Remember, he jumped on all the little squares and was like, "Don't jump on that square or you'll die."
Yeah.
Yeah, Richard took her through all the crazy shit.
Yeah, it was a really dangerous thing.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That she did once and has a total mental picture of exactly what it looked like.
She remembers the whole way there.
She has a mental map of her part of the keep.
How to get to this part, yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying. She has a mental map of, like, the upstairs of the keep, I think. She's, like, overlaying it.
Yeah.
Yeah, trying to figure out where about she is in the keep.
Yes.
Because it's huge. Like, you can see the outside and there's a general shape, but, like, inside, it's all just carved out into the mountain. So who knows where the fuck it goes, really?
All the way.
Yeah, I suppose it does. But her reasoning is that if the tower room, right, was meant to be off limits, then it would be protected by its own shield. And the way Richard took her before, it didn't have one of those separate shields. So that's why she figures that there's got to be a way to get there that's not shielded. At least there's got to be a way for her to get there on her own.
I understand the logic, but also if you have, like, a giant-ass vault door, like, at the beginning of somewhere, you don't necessarily need a vault door at every door behind that vault door. So, like, if there was a
You really just need the big one.
Yeah, so, like, just because there wasn't a vault door outside of the goddamn room that you went into doesn't mean that there wasn't a hard shield 6 doors back that they know nobody's getting the fuck through that one.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, her logic is sound. We get to where we're going at the end, but I'm just saying.
I think I see what you're saying. Like, there was probably one point where she couldn't get past it, so they wouldn't need to necessarily cut this off. If it's in a totally restricted area already, they're assuming.
Right.
Yeah. But, it's forbidden. The area where she's going.
Yeah.
Right? If it wasn't, there should be a way, but who knows? She's just got to look.
Yeah.
She's got to find it. Alone. In the keep. Where bad shit has already happened several times.
I would still be afraid that there was one of those creepy things still hiding somewhere.
Right?
That didn't fucking get killed.
Kahlan. Whoa, what the fuck?
Hello, Kahlan.
Holy shit. He turns on the night vision glasses or the goggles.
Skin sister.
Holy shit. That's a t-shirt right there. I'm Riz with the goggles. I fucking love it. We do get a little clarification on how much experience Kahlan has in the keep. She had gotten to explore there when she was younger, but most of her time was spent in the library, right? She was there for school. She was studying and shit, so yeah, she got to fuck around and run around like we basically say she had, but it wasn't the majority of her time.
Yeah. Well, and it was as a student, not as a wizard. So it's like, yeah, if I'm allowed into, if I'm allowed into the gym, because I play a lot of sports, that doesn't mean I just know what the theater room actually looks like just because I've been around that area.
Right.
Well, and I also think she ran around there, and the keep is so vast, and there was probably so many areas for that public consumption or whatever. Magic was common knowledge. The dangers were common knowledge. So she probably didn't even think to go explore the basement of the keep. It'd be really cool. Let's go get high in the basement of the keep. She probably wasn't even worried about that shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would be fucking hilarious. Where do you think they'd go in a place like the keep? Because I like to think that there is a smoking area. Well, you've got a bunch of wizards with pipes in a mountain somewhere. They're smoking.
If we're talking this, where it's Kahlan, she's the princess. She's probably got her own balcony that is attached to the other balcony that's in her room.
Oh, for
sure.
Just
go in your room and go outside.
Yeah.
You don't have to hide.
Hey, you got a big ass window. You're good.
Hey, guard, I'm going to take a nap. Don't let anyone in the door for 2 hours, bro, okay?
But
at least
I am positive that they have smoking rooms in the keep, because you can't be smoking around the books and shit.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Well, you could maybe do like a hookah situation.
Maybe, but you just don't want sparks anywhere near some of those books. But we do know that it's warm as soon as you get into that first you don't even have to get into the building, and they have that really nice outdoor heater.
Oh,
yeah.
So even if you have to go outside to smoke, you'd be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least it's not cold. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
I hated freezing. Well, we also learn, oh, I love this, that the strange marks above the passageways, I can't talk, passageways that Richard couldn't read were literally warnings about shields and directions as to where he was going. So that is fucking hilarious. He was like, oh, this must be a spell of some kind. It's like, nope, that's an exit sign, Richard.
That is a big, giant
Had you been able to read
caution.
that, this would have taken you 5 minutes.
I now have a couple of questions.
Okay.
One, if this is a forbidden place and you are like, hey, we need to keep people who are not qualified out, why would you put warnings up?
To tell them to get the fuck away.
But they're already somewhere they're not supposed to be. They're now making their way through it. This is like you said, big door up front. You don't need all the other stuff in there. We're already past the big door. That should have been the warning.
Oh,
You're not
yeah.
supposed to be here. Why would they put warnings saying, well, shoot, this invader knows the language, so I guess, avoid these areas.
I'm thinking maybe it's not for invaders necessarily as much as like you had they had younger wizards.
The interns.
Yeah, that were down there.
Okay,
Like,
okay,
if you're powerful enough to maybe stumble through a shield, right, and you got yourself into this in between place, it's like, hey, do not try this one.
Yeah. Okay.
You are not there yet, bud.
Okay.
This one will make you feel like you're walking through jelly. This one will melt your face off.
Yes.
Okay? So,
Okay.
never door B. Ever, ever.
I think my question was sufficiently answered there. 2. Kahlan mentioned that there was a bunch of rats running around.
Yeah.
Do the shields not affect rats?
You know what? Okay, so people have the spark, right? Everybody has a little bit of the spark of the gift in them.
Yeah.
So, I don't know that animals necessarily have that, but then I also think it's represented like in life. Like everybody is alive, so therefore you kind of have it. So I don't know what the line is there.
Yeah, because
I'm gonna go with no.
Then if you could shapeshift into a rat, but then you'd have the spark inside of you no matter what. But you'd be a human rat.
You could probably curse or seduce a rat.
Seduce a rat?
Seduce a
wow.
rat.
I'm trying to think, like, I know obviously curse, but what's the good version of curse?
Control?
That's not great, though. That's what I was trying to think of a nicer word.
Like a bless? Curse and bless? It's kind of the same.
I mean, I guess you are taking control of another
Spell?
living thing.
I don't know.
Spell a rat?
Yeah, like you could curse the rat, then you're not the rat or you're not in the rat. Like, hey, go past that barrier real quick.
Well, maybe. Maybe.
Know? But it's like, look, I was just curious because she said, it was like, if you mention rats, that
throw
means
cheese through the shield.
Yeah. But like if she mentioned rats, like she wasn't just saying there was one rat. Like, no, there's rats. That means there's a bunch running around.
Yeah.
I was like, that's like, do they ever just go like, ah, shit, there's a rat in the fire one again.
Just a bunch of
Intern.
Yeah. Fucking rat traps all over their house. Zap. Got another one.
Yeah, oh, this one's hanging upside down again.
I just wonder what language it's in that Richard can't read it.
But then that Kahlan would immediately recognize.
Yeah.
Well,
true.
I mean, again,
She knows multiple languages.
She might not know the language, but she knows the because she was there. You know, we said she was in the keep. Like you can know some Spanish words, but not actually speak Spanish. Like she might have just known those symbols.
Yeah, that could be.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know.
I'll know where to find the shoe store, but I can't speak Spanish at all.
Yeah.
Bathroom.
Or at least I can ask
Albano.
someone.
Yeah.
I know.
¿Dónde está el baño?
Hey, speaking of moving quickly along, Kahlan is making her way down the passage, but she has to stop fast when she hits a shield. 2 steps.
So you said 2 steps. She had to have been sprinting. She's not fast walking. She is not jogging. She is sprinting. Do you want to know why I know this?
How do you know this?
Because before I left my work today, I tried.
Really?
I was like, do a fast walk, and I am able to stop on whatever step I decide to stop, because it's just a fast walk. So I started like doing a little jog, and then trying to stop, and it was like about a step.
Okay.
Even on a jog, like you can just stop. You do not need to take a second step. Like I had to get up to like damn near sprinting levels before I was like, okay, like I'm just gonna fall over unless I take the second step. So
Were you doing this in your parking lot at work?
Where did this happen?
I work in a big warehouse.
So you were doing it at work in the warehouse?
Oh no, this is after everyone left.
So you're okay, but at work in the warehouse by yourself.
Oh yeah.
So like
I wanted to
after
test
everyone
this.
left, that would be right before you came here to us.
Yes.
So you got your workout in, and on the cameras now at your work, somebody.
Oh, we don't have cameras. I mean, yes, we do.
Hey, you know what? That's dedication, and I appreciate that.
But my point to this is she's talking about how like, oh, she's just kind of got to feel her way and go, be careful. She's looking at the signal or the symbols and all what they mean. No, she's not. She's sprinting down these hallways.
That's just a description as she goes by.
Maybe she's not as coordinated as you. Maybe
I
she's
am a
just...
few years from being able to be described as coordinated.
Well, she is coordinated enough to stop.
Yeah.
So
I guess
nothing happens.
Better late than never.
But we know some of these shields just fucking kill you. So she's not going to try and make her way through it. By the way, no fucking running in the hall.
Yeah.
This is why your parents told you that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If you were in the keep anyway.
Yeah, this is why she shouldn't be sprinting.
You're right. But she has to go another way. So she uses her trusty mental map. Real Dora the Explorer vibes here. Kind of fucking love it. Like she pulls it out and hums the song to herself.
No.
I'm the map, I'm the map.
She can't pull it out until she hums the song.
Oh, right.
The song summons the map.
Backpack.
It's a magic backpack. Fuck yeah. Well, then she finds herself at the bottom of a tower.
Wow, that was super fucking easy. She was
Yeah.
like, I hit a shield, mental map, cool. I go to the tower. What?
Beforehand in the chapter, Goodkind does kind of go through like all of the steps she did. Oh, she layered this on top of that and thought about the right angles, and she definitely carried the 4. And she does all this complicated stuff that isn't really explained to us. But then, you turn the page and bam, she's at the tower. We're good.
Cool.
She found it.
Good for her.
There is a nasty pool of water with bugs who hiss, by the way. These bugs hiss. Gross. In it, and stairs going all the way up.
Like a fermenting pool.
Yeah, it's gotta not smell
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
This is where they fought the Mriz at, so there's probably a whole lot of viscera that's just been laying in said still water,
Ew.
I'm assuming.
Yeah, probably like rotting viscera.
Yeah.
Well, we know there was a bunch of eggs that got popped open down there.
Oh yeah.
It just gets worse and worse. Now there's literal rotten egg smell.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if anything disturbed the surface of the water? Just the...
Hey, you know what might disturb the surface of the water? Kahlan tripping because she's sprinting.
Yeah.
I'm assuming she slowed down to go down the stairs.
We should assume.
I hope
I
so.
would hope so, yeah.
But yeah, this is right where they fought the Mriz at, and it also just happens to be right outside Kolo's room.
Fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
What luck.
It's almost as if it were meant to be. Anyways, the door has been blown away. Some of the rocks look melted, which, by the way, happens between 1100 and 2400 degrees. That is something I learned.
Oh.
Well, but that's regular fire. We don't
Well,
know what
yeah,
what
that's
rock
true.
burning temp is for magical fire. It could be lower.
But, like, it's for a door,
True.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, okay, and we can get into this later, but that's a bit much for a door.
Slightly.
Right?
Slightly. Yeah. It's true.
But yeah, fuck it. Why not? Not going to use it again. When Richard destroyed the towers, he unsealed this room too. And this is the room that also contains the sliff.
He didn't do it on purpose. It was an accident. But yeah.
That's true.
I don't think he pre-planned that.
No.
Maybe that's why it was too much.
Yeah.
He couldn't really gauge it right, you know.
It just blew out.
Yeah.
Well, Kahlan takes a minute to consider the amount of power that it would have taken to create something like the sliff. And for that matter, the amount of power that Richard is now fucking around with. Like, he's not fully there, right? He doesn't know everything about being a wizard, but he's got the clothes. And he's kind of coming into his own now.
Great.
Yeah, looks great. Training? Hardly any.
Yeah.
But, you know, she goes on to think about how war must have been scary as fuck way back in the old war, because wizards were more powerful back then.
Yeah.
She's like, best we got now is a plague.
Yeah.
We have shitty wizards.
Well, it's like, so I was reading this just yesterday because I was bored on my phone and I got like a list of like the most powerful X-Men. And there's the one that surprised me on there was Iceman. He's just the guy that can like turn into ice. But they're saying like his powers go so much more. Like it can be like he can just look at you and will into existence that the moisture around your brain to freeze. So like they're saying like
Really?
he could literally just make people drop dead with zero signs of anything. And it's like that's where it's like that's probably what kind of war wizard shit would happen.
Yeah.
Like you would literally
Oh,
just
yeah.
be like running around and then you drop dead. You would never even know. Had no idea anything was coming.
The first few seconds of anything magical happening where you're
Yeah.
just seeing the reaction of everybody else,
Yeah.
like assuming you're not involved on the battlefield. Or fuck, even if you are.
Yeah.
Like a dude pushes the wind across like 2,000 guys and they all just go flying at the same
Yeah, they're
time.
just gone.
That would break your brain. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. They are as the kids would say, yeeted out of there.
Yeeted. Yeah.
Do the kids still say that? I don't know that.
The cool ones do.
No.
No,
Yeah.
they can't, because we are in our 30s and we just used it. That means by now they have moved on
That's
to
what I'm
something
saying. That's what I was like.
completely
I
different.
don't think they do anymore.
No, they told me the cool kids do it. So that's why I
They
should
told
keep-
you?
They
that's-
did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, the cool kids told me that. Yeah.
Well, Kahlan does see Kolo's bones, right? Still sitting right where Richard found him. Pen and inkwell still on the table. In the middle of the room is the Sliff's well. Also charred from the explosion, right? Like, big.
What? Which is so there was an explosion big enough to char the well and to blow the goddamn door and melt
Yeah.
the rock.
Yes.
But Kolo's bones and the pen and the inkwell
Right.
were just fine.
The pen did not move at all.
And his bones didn't get disintegrated.
Hey,
Cremated. Like what's the temperature that cremation happens at? Probably less than that. Betcha.
Yeah, I mean, rock is... Well, yeah.
Hotter than a
it's gotta
human
be
body.
hotter than a body.
Yeah.
but guys, it's the explosion went the other way.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And like when you throw a baseball,
Started at the door.
when you throw a baseball, it's motionless until it's not. So this explosion happened. It started here and then went.
And no blowback
nothing
of the
behind it. No, it was going the other way.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
God, come on. Magic. That's how magic works.
Oh, that's right.
There we
I forgot
go.
the magic. 'Cause
There we
magic.
go.
That's how we
'Cause magic.
explain it.
Yep.
Because magic.
Let's see here. There aren't any books on the shelves across from her, but there are 3 little blue containers, and I am reminded of Richard's little blue jar, and I don't know the significance of it. As far as I know now, nothing comes of it. They're just there. But I don't know. Richard had a blue jar, so I'm like, ooh, blue container. Pay attention. And there's 3 of them.
Okay.
Clue number 1.
Right.
Yeah. Let's
exactly.
start up on the cork board with all of the yarn.
Oh, yeah.
Just put the 3 jars next to the 1 jar now.
There is a bowl with a silver spoon and what I'm guessing is a napkin that just turns to dust when Kahlan touches it.
Cloth napkin.
Yeah,
because
it's
it was embroidered. That is not a napkin. You put some respect on that, sir.
Wouldn't, like, if you were royalty, though, wouldn't you want a nice napkin that's all embroidered?
No, they don't use napkins.
They call them are you referring to like a handkerchief? Like what
it's
would you
like,
call
no,
it?
they probably have a person to do that for them because they're royalty.
These are cloth. I mean, like,
What
to
would
me,
you call
there's
it?
napkins. Napkins are the paper stuff you buy at the store. Like when
Yeah.
you go out to eat. And
Well,
it's
I don't
like
think
rolled
they
up,
had
like, I call those
disposable-
cloths, not napkins.
You just call them cloths?
Yeah.
You're just like, here's my cloth.
Yeah.
All right. We got to take Aaron out to dinner. And just see if we can catch him tripping up.
That's not a napkin.
You know, I know you love
I would argue it's more
Outback Steakhouse, so let's go.
I would argue it's
that's
more
all.
of a towel. a towelette.
Okay, maybe, but cloth? You're
Maybe
just like
that's
not even
just-
trying. You're just
Goes to show how not classy I am, because I'm like, I don't know, it's just a napkin, but maybe that's wrong. It's a kerchief, sir. It's what? I'm sorry.
Read your damn notes.
Well, suddenly, Kahlan freezes. She feels like she's being watched. She doesn't want to move because the stone chips on the floor will give her away. But I ask you, Seeker, and you, Aaron, and you, Jade, if they are already watching you, then, like, they already know where you are, right?
I know. The whole time I was listening.
Guys, no. To me, this was the clue. You should know what was watching her now.
The blue jars.
No. A Tyrannosaurus Rex. Their vision is based on movement.
Yeah.
Well, my thing
that
was
makes sense.
she was worried about the thing hearing her.
Yeah.
Move.
After it saw her.
And I was like, they're gonna.
Yeah.
What?
No, it's dumb as hell.
What?
But if there's somebody else in the keep watching her,
Yeah.
they can't be in the same room, right? So they got to be maybe outside.
Well,
there's no door.
Unless they're invisible. Like, you could feel watched if the person's invisible.
That's true. So it's not that we know for a fact somebody has seen Kahlan. She just gets that feeling and freezes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That's all.
Like,
I was because
she
it
freezes.
doesn't make sense to be like they can't see me now
Well,
Unless it's a T-Rex.
because her instinct tells her to get behind the wall.
Yeah,
And I'm like, yeah, do that.
well, but that's my thing. Okay. You think something's watching you, right? You're like, oh, I hope they don't hear me. The only reason that you should be worried about them hearing you or seeing what you're gonna do is if you're gonna attack.
Yeah, well, that
Right?
too.
Right?
Yeah.
If you're going to be like, okay, something's watching me, I'm gonna beat the shit out of it as soon as I turn around. then you're trying to be careful. I don't know what the point of hiding behind a wall. When something's watching, they know where you went, Kahlan.
Yeah.
They saw you. Hide. So why were you being like, oh, gotta be sneaky? They won't see it.
Yeah.
If I move real fast, they won't know
no,
where I
because
went.
you can juke them out that way. They come around the corner expecting to see you, and you're
we're-
fucking disappeared.
We're playing Benny Hill rules.
Yeah,
That's
she's
what
got
we're
to.
doing.
She's got to pull a Batman on this guy. You know, he walks into the room, boom, she's above him.
And she just
fuck 'em up.
crossing her fingers that he like looked away in that split second.
Right. And the camera was pointed in the opposite direction. But yeah,
Yeah.
The camera was pointed at her, so obviously he couldn't see her because the camera is.
Well, Kahlan, frozen, slowly turns her head slowly to get an idea of the distance to the wall of the Sliff's well. And as she turns, she sucks back a cry and she flinches back, and that is the end of the chapter. So it's a fucking jump scare. It's a jump scare.
But it shouldn't be because
She
I'm
turns
sorry.
her head and the fucking thing from Alien is like right there. Oh shit, it's behind me, isn't it? Gone.
I'm like, you walked through this whole thing, you didn't see anyone following you, you went through all this thing. You're in a place with a well with a lady in the bottom of it. So I don't know why your instinct was immediately like, I gotta hide from some random No.
They were invisible. It was a giant invisible T-Rex.
I guess it could be a Marizwith, but my thing is just like...
That's actually a great point.
I think...
Your initial reaction should be like, Liquid Lady is looking at me.
It's the one thing that I know is in this this area.
I think the idea is that the Sliff had been put to sleep last time they were here. So the Sliff shouldn't be awake right now.
Yeah, Kahlan can't wake the Sliff. Only the Master can, right? Or only someone with the gift can? What was the rules?
They don't know the rules because they're just blindly stumbling through this.
Oh, it was just Richard.
As far as I know, just Richard.
Yeah.
That's like, it was whatever, because his magic worked the way it has. Like, they didn't give any reason why. It was like, oh, hey, you're a war wizard. That's why you can speak to the Sliff.
Pretty much.
Or that's why you can speak
That's why
to
you
me.
woke it up. Yeah.
He just... Well, the Mrizwith were like... Oh, no, that was before he went.
Because anybody can use it when it's woken.
Yeah.
When it's been woken.
I just couldn't remember if they said why.
It's woke now.
Because if Kahlan knew why, she would be like, oh, I know for sure I can't wake the Sliff. Jade, cool kids don't say woke. The cool kids told me that.
Oh, yeah.
You know what the cool kids did tell me?
What?
What's that, Aaron?
That beer is good.
I think we need to talk more about your time with the children that you're hanging out with.
Fantastic assessment, sir. Yeah, and also, what kids are telling you about beer?
I feel like
the cool ones.
I feel like we really need to have a conversation before you end up in jail and I end up as an accessory to your bullshit.
Well, anyway, sounds like we need to take a break.
Yeah, we do. Who has the can? Aaron. Aaron, sir. Would you like to do the beer break today?
Well, since I was trying to hand it to you.
Yeah. That's why I thought you were...
You didn't take it from me. Yes, I would love to do the beer break. So, today, we are actually drinking some toasted marshmallow milkshake stout from Rochester Mills. So they do an annual release every year of the 12 beers of Christmas.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to drink them in like the 12 days or at least a month, maybe spread it out a little bit.
In the time off you got from work, right.
Yeah, you drink one of these every day leading up to Christmas. But because both of the groups of us here had some not so great pre-Christmases, so we both were running behind and had to play catch up on these. It feels a little blasphemous to be drinking these after Christmas, but not only after, but also like after New Year's. But I don't want to see good beers go to waste.
I'm relying on number 3. It's cold outside right now.
Yeah,
so it's a stout and it's cold outside, so we're fine.
Well,
I'll make up more rules if we have to.
Yeah. Well, this is what Rochester Mills claims to be Michigan's best bonfire beer.
Oh!
But no open flame or pointy sticks required.
I thought you were going to say no open flame or pointy sticks near the beer, please, because it is strong.
Yeah. It tasted a little strong, but how did you guys like it?
I like it very much. Yeah. I think I had a hard time trying to think of the flavor because it's marshmallow, right? So obviously you think roasty, but you can taste the char.
Yeah.
The I don't know how to put it. What am I trying to say?
What you said.
I like my marshmallows black.
Oh.
And burn it.
Oh, you're a psychopath.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, I like it that way too.
You gotta melt it. It's gotta be gushy and chewy. And...
Plus, it's easy.
Plus, the bar is really low. You can get a really good one. All you gotta do is keep it in there.
You shove it in there, it catches on fire, you hold it around for a minute, and then you're like, whoa, got my fucking marshmallow.
But yeah, so you can taste that, and I like that. It's details, but it's good.
Yeah. You are fuck.
Got caught on the microphone.
But it did taste kind of heavy. Surprisingly, 5.2%.
Yeah, not bad at all.
No, that was a good solid sip.
Solid sip.
Yeah, I did. I mean, it's dark, but like you got like sweet marshmallowy flavor.
Yeah, it's really good. I know we're late on this, so they're probably gone where you had them.
Through traditional means, maybe, I don't know, like the beer swap websites, maybe you can do
I'm sure because they sell all year, depending on where you go.
Well, people save it for those reasons.
Yeah, but I would definitely try and get these. They're milkshake stouts, so, I mean,
from Rochester
you can take
Mills.
your stout journey.
And if you don't get them this year, they typically don't change the lineup too much.
No, they do it yearly.
Like 2 or 3 new ones that rotate.
I do think that they took out, like, the last 2 years before this, they were, like, exactly the same. And this year, I think they took out some of the ones I didn't like as much and put in some ones that I liked more. So this year, it was much better. But if you miss it, next year, you can bet it's going to be there. And the majority of them are going to stay the same.
Yeah, so we're going to enjoy the ones that we have.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
We're going to get a refill, and we will be back
right after this.
Yeah.
I followed you right in. You're like, oh, we're going Southern Gentlemen for sure.
Oh, the headphones are causing that.
Yeah, my lack of headphones. And we're back with no headphones.
Nate's going nude.
They broke during the break. So now I feel very exposed and vulnerable.
Hey, you know what? You look exposed and vulnerable.
I can see your ears.
Thank you.
So
Are they
weird.
turning red?
Yeah, they are a little bit.
A lot of attention on me right now. Not loving it.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing, Nate? Like, really? How you doing?
You mean like in general, or?
Yeah.
I'm good.
Are you good? Are you good now after that awkward silence of you reaching for your drink?
How did this become about me? I don't think I am the most interesting thing in the room by far.
Finally, we agree on something.
Yeah. That's why I like to keep you around, Aaron. You keep me humble.
We have good discussions.
Yeah.
You're a good friend.
Thank
You're
you.
a real good friend.
You guys are good friends. But speaking of discussions,
Let's have one.
yeah, Nate, because you always want this to be about you.
Right.
What were your thoughts on this chapter?
Well, my thoughts, Aaron, were actually...
Wow. Okay.
Hold on. He's gonna get there.
No, I was making a point. Nothing happens in this chapter.
Wow.
I hate you.
I'm sorry. It's just, I mean...
I would argue, Nate, that something did happen, but nothing should have happened in this chapter.
Okay, yeah.
You know what could have happened in this chapter? Literally, it would have been the same thing.
What?
If she would have walked out of the library, down the hallway, gotten in an elevator, pressed the button, got out, went into Kolo's room.
Yeah, she never said
That's it.
why she didn't use the elevator.
She might as well have.
We know for a fact it was clearly marked.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I mean, if the elevator's there, it's going to be clearly marked.
Exactly.
That's safety
Yeah.
that's what all that stuff on the top of the doors was.
Symbols.
Well, literally what it says it is they are directions for like what lies beyond this area.
Yeah.
So think about like you're at the mall and you're in the food court.
Yeah.
Specifically our mall. When you're in the big hallway.
How dare you assume I would be in the food court?
Hey, that's where I'm
I
at.
am, yeah.
You know? But so then you look down the hallway and it's got the names of all the stores that are down that way. And that's kind of how I picture it.
Okay.
Because it's the keep. They're huge. These
Yeah.
aren't tiny little cramped hallways she's walking through. They're like really big. There was a bunch of people there. So like...
So when it was glowing, really, she just needed to wait a minute, because that was probably just meant that the elevator was going to open.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. She even said glowing like a red glow. It's almost always red lights.
A
Yeah.
ding, a hum. It's all the same thing.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
sit and
She was
wait.
just impatient.
What an idiot. No, Nate, I believe the note you had that you wanted to bring up that you mentioned earlier was about the jump scare.
I was trying to decide if we wanted to talk about the jump scare that is the absolute end of this chapter, or if we wanted to talk about the
Try
fact
and get
that,
into
again,
other things.
Kahlan should not have been here.
No.
I mean, that's she gets the jump, like,
Hey,
that's why you didn't come down here.
hey, she had to be alone because Kara doesn't like rats, and it was very clearly made
Oh, yeah.
obvious to us that there are rats down there. Like,
Yeah.
that was the whole point of us seeing the rats, was so that she could justify the fact that Kara shouldn't have been there. So she made the right choice.
Yeah.
But no, that's a false narrative.
Yeah.
So here was my thought onto why Kahlan shouldn't have been there. Because if her and Richard had healthy communication skills, the fact that there is no books in Kolo's room would have probably been discussed by now. And she would have never felt the need to go, I should go see if there's books in Kolo's room.
Oh, yeah, she would have already known that he had taken all the fucking books.
You'd think. Be like, hey, Richard, what are all these books in the room?
Well,
so funny, you ask, Kahlan.
At the very least, been like, yo, is there anything else in there? Yeah. No, there was not. I grabbed everything, because otherwise I would have been an idiot.
And
Duh.
honestly, she doesn't even have to get this information from Richard.
No.
She wouldn't think to go ask Nadine, who is translating books, random books, or Birdine.
Yeah,
Birdine.
different Dean.
Not Nadine.
Not Nadine.
Oh, I was like, why is Jade so mad right now?
Not Nadine. Thank you very goddamn much.
I'm so sorry I even brought her up.
Can you imagine the shrill voice Kahlan would have had of all the people back at the palace? You took those and gave them to her.
See,
That-
Nope.
what would have made this worth it is if there was drawers or some shit, right? That like, oh, we didn't realize there was a drawer in this desk. And hey, even if there was nothing inside of it that was like a book, like, oh, hey, here's a trinket, but it was in a fucking drawer. So, like, there was a reason.
Yeah, so it wouldn't end up being a completely worthless trip.
Oh, but she finds somebody down there.
Unnecessary trip.
Is it? Is it
Well,
necessary?
I'm sure they're going to luck their way into it being relevant.
How? Okay, so ultimately, you don't know what the presence is.
No, I got a pretty good fucking idea, though.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay, what's your
She's
idea?
in the room with the sliff. It's the sliff.
Okay. If it's not the sliff.
I'm going to feel like a fucking idiot.
Okay. Just wanted you on record.
Those are my terms.
Okay, I just want to say that, like, the way that she figures out how to get around the keep, I mean, now, I've very many times when I've been in my basement been like, okay, what's above me right now? It's this part of my house, right? I have a 2-story goddamn house. I've lived in it my whole life and walked the steps, like, every piece of it a bazillion times. So yeah, that makes sense. If I were to go into a building along the lines of like a bank, even if I worked there every day on the top level of the bank, where there's like public access, I probably wouldn't be able to find my way into a secure vault downstairs that even if I could get there without going past all the vault doors, just because I knew how to get to the bathroom on the first floor.
Yeah, knowing the first floor's layout does not mean you know anything about any other floor.
You can get lost as fuck.
Yeah. In fact, there's a really good example of this. There's a bar in Hastings, right, where I met my brother for a beer. Like the day we met, we went there. It's called the
Winchester.
It's close.
Wendigo.
It's close. I don't remember. I'll have to think of it. Close.
Wingle.
But
Law Buffet.
Waldorf.
That's
it's
right.
It's a salad that I don't like.
Statler and
Waldorf. Nailed it.
Got there.
But where the bar is not where the bathrooms are. The bar is on the second floor. The bathrooms are on the bottom floor. And then there's just a mysterious top floor that says event, but you can't get up there. But I want to know what's up there.
Well,
but
not with
there
that
are
attitude.
no signs for the bathroom.
Yeah.
here's another example. We went up to the Traverse City Hospital, or whatever the fuck you call it now.
Traverse City, yeah.
The Commons now, whatever.
The Commons, right.
Yeah. So
I was like, I don't remember being hurt. Okay, yeah.
Well, Nate, you were in the hospital.
Yeah. Well, we went underneath there, and the guy who led us, obviously, he knew where the fuck he was going, because he's been down there a million times.
Yeah.
But even if you've walked all through the upper levels, if we just got plopped in the bottom down there, you would not have any goddamn idea.
Well, I've actually thought about that a few times since doing that. So I might have told this story already, so I'll keep it brief. But we met a man in Traverse City who said that he worked. He was part of the renovation team for the Traverse City State Hospital, which is an old hospital built in the 1800s for people that needed mental care, right? And
tuberculosis too, right?
Yeah, pretty much anything. Honestly, you could just show up and be like, I had a fight with my wife and want to hang out here for a little while, and they would take you. They had a whole work program in there for all the patients. It was a good thing. It was a good thing. It was one of the good ones, actually. It wasn't like abusive or anything like that. Anyways, since then it's been shut down. Now it's like shops in the basement, apartments upstairs, and this guy that we just met at a bar there said that he was on the construction team and was like in charge of a lot of this renovation. And he was the guy that took us down into the wells underneath this place. And if he had been not the guy he told us he was, which he was, we could have been in so much trouble down there. But as it turned out, dude was totally legit, and he was just really friendly because he had been drinking after work.
Yeah,
and he was an awesome guy.
When
and
we
everything
first
was
met
fine.
him, it was like, okay, you're telling us people seem to know you, but you're talking a lot and you're very drunk. So maybe you're just telling a story. We're going to show up here tomorrow where you tell us to meet you, and you're not going to be here. Because that was a funny joke, wasn't it?
And like the door to this place it's in between a few big buildings, right? But there's hundreds of feet in between each of them. And then there's just a door in the middle of nowhere. You open it and there are stairs that go down. And they are narrow.
And then you're in a tunnel.
And there's no heat. And then you're in a tunnel. And then you go lower again. And then you are in tunnels that were made in the 1800s, brick by brick, like the old Roman thing where they all kind of hold each other up. That's all it is. And you just... So anything could happen down there.
Yeah. So to recap, you guys were drunk in a bar and had a weird, creepy dude lead you into...
No, he was not weird and creepy. He was very charming.
You were drunk?
I was drunk.
You were drunk?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You were not a good judgment of character when you're drunk.
Definitely. Yeah.
You...
No, to me, he seemed real nice.
Friendly drunk man.
I'll even just leave it at stranger.
Yeah, definitely.
Friendly drunk stranger.
You had a stranger lead you down into a dark basement corridor.
Yep.
Yeah.
You guys shouldn't have livers. Or kidneys.
No, exactly.
Kidneys is
After
what
the
they
fact.
take. Yeah.
I was just like, man, we pretty much lucked out.
Yeah.
But we got lost. Look, we were in a hallway that went between buildings. It was a straight hallway.
Yeah.
And we got lost. So I can imagine being at the keep, Kahlan, right? Like, she's doing all this shit for memory, and then she's like, fuck, something's watching me. I don't know about you guys, but my mental map, gone.
Also,
yeah.
There's no way to check your mental map, right? Right? You're following your mental map. You're like, oh, I'm pretty sure I'm underneath the living room, whatever. There's no way to be like, yeah, for sure. I'm right. Yeah. No.
Yeah, unless you're Hannibal Lecter, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah, you make one wrong turn.
Yeah, is she counting her steps? Like, well, I took 5 steps this way upstairs, and I took 4 steps, so I've got one more step. Oh, I'm turning left. Okay, so I'm 1 step south.
Yeah.
Like, you have to keep track of every single movement you make.
Yeah.
Everyone?
And that's just assuming she went down to, like, 1 different floor.
She didn't, though.
Yeah, we're talking she went multiple.
Yeah. This is like...
Hey, you know what? Good for her that she made it. But she shouldn't have been down there.
It's kind of like, that MC Usher. Is this maybe it's in a movie with all the stairs?
Yeah, the stairs, MC Escher, the ones that go all crazy pants.
Yeah.
You take them up and then you realize you're sideways.
Oh, yeah.
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 That's what I think the keep is.
I was going to bump back just a tiny bit, Aaron. I would argue that Kahlan, it's not that she shouldn't be down there. She shouldn't be down there alone right now.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Then we're in agreement.
That was probably not enjoyable at all for the other people who are listening. to this. Like, we all had a great time, but sorry.
Hey, it's good to be back.
It is. It is very, very good to be back. Well, I think that is going to do it for us for today. Thank you very much, Seeker, for hanging for the break, for seeking us out again. We really appreciate you. And if you wanted to tell us what you thought of this chapter or our podcast in general or upcoming chapters, I wanted to add that. If you have something to say about something that's going to happen a little later in the book, let us know. And then we'll make sure to include your thoughts on that when we talk about it. Yeah, we got to go now because my cat is trying to steal my microphone. Hi, Puck.
Your cat quite literally pushed the mic away from
Yeah,
your
he did.
face.
You're done.
While
Dad,
you were talking.
It's cuddle time. You're finished.
I don't even know if it was because it was cuddle time.
No, because he's going to cuddle with Jade now.
Oh, well, yeah.
Here it comes. Yeah,
Yeah, not
see?
cuddle time with you.
Yeah, no, fuck no. Not when she's in the room.
Yeah.
I get it, though.
Hi, bud.
But you can write in your journey books to podcastatt@gmail.com, and we would love to hear from you. You can also follow us on Facebook /podcastatt for updates. You can also search all the things podcast. You can support this podcast by going through the sliff to patreon.com/podcastatt. It's cheesy, but I love it. And making a pledge there to get access to side quests, Legend of the Seeker watch-alongs, and access to the Discord chat as well.
Oh, shoot. Discord chat.
Yeah.
You guys see there was a message in there? There was, I can't remember who it was, but they could only see like one Patreon episode. So
Really?
we need to check Discord after this.
I am absolutely going to get on that.
Yes.
I will talk to the tech wizard and figure it out.
Start praying.
We've had stuff with the Discord Patreon crossover happen, and I'm not the guy.
I don't know if it was in Discord she couldn't see anything, or if it was
well,
Patreon.
You'll have to let me know, and then
Yeah,
we'll get that settled.
Yes, this is a post-episode issue to handle.
I wanted to make sure that I didn't. I wanted to make sure I didn't forget that though. So I was like, if I say it now,
That's right. It is important.
Now
I
it's
don't
on-
want
now
anybody
it's
to be
on
left
you two.
out.
Okay.
You two are also liable.
Well, thank you so much for listening. We really appreciate you. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. All the stuff.
All the things!
I should have said things. Why did I?
Yeah. Kwanzaa, Hanukkah. The other ones that I'm too ignorant.
All the ones.
Hey, the other ones that I am too ignorant to not know about. That's on
That's
me.
fair.
100%.
We will see you guys real soon.
Bye!
Yeah, thanks for listening, but also sorry. Oh, bye.